Fine. Fine. Eh?
All right, so in this tutorial, you know, what I'm doing is I'm showing basically the basics of building, things that you need to know when you play Fortnite for people that don't know. And just kind of the basic things, and I'll continue to get it more and more into the more advanced things and then different things. The first thing you gotta know when you on a controller is different from keyboard. I will be going over the controller today. So I'm going in my settings and I'm gonna show you some things that might help you when you build. So depending on what your sensitivity is on with your controller, you probably want to match your sensitivity with your controller with your build sensitivity. So once you go to controller, see what your sensitivity on. Mine is on pretty normal. I like mine pretty slow. Then you want to find build, and then you want to go to build sensitivity. It's been a minute since I've been over in here, so it's gonna take me a second to kind of locate this stuff. But I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. Build immediately, and build immediately off, and stuff like that. You could turn the edit. You could turn the edit confirmation off, so you ain't got to confirm the edit, and different things like that. I don't use the gyro setting. And seems like everything is all at the zen. There it is. So the build sensitivity is on the controller. So the build sensitivity is underneath the controller option, and mine is on slow. Some people that have high sensitivity like to go with higher build sensitivity. That will make you a better builder. Sometimes the slower sensitivity makes you better because you're actually placing it down where you need to place it down at. Me, I like my things a little bit slower because I like to see what I'm doing and like control. Other than that, I'll be going over Builder Pro because I feel like on the controller, Builder Pro is the best thing, and this is for the PlayStation. Probably Xbox would be the same. What are you using, Tag?
Oh, I'm using. So I'm on control.
Are you on the what are you on? What station?
Oh, as far as like the channel.
No, yeah. Are you underneath your combat controls when you go to your settings?
Oh my. So I'm actually custom. I have my buttons. I have my buttons assembled a certain way. But I think it's mainly off of Builder Pro. Like, it's based off of Builder Pro.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
but, I, but yeah, I got like switch mode on, X for the switch. And then I have like different edit buttons. So I got, like my edit button is A.
Okay,
Yeah.
but so to begin this, the first thing you gotta know is your different material. Right here we have wood, we have brick, and we have metal. As you can see, the wood finished first, the brick finished second, and metal finished third. The strongest thing you can have is metal, second strongest is brick, and the fastest build but weakest is wood. With that being said, you gotta always remember to harvest the things that that you need. I'll be going over harvesting, what's the best things you can harvest in a different one. What's up? What's up, Famo? How you doing? Adriana Garcia, how you doing? When you build, the first thing you gotta realize is building is like the best form of defense, and it's also to get the high ground when you don't have the high ground. It's good against pretty much anything, It's protect you from the people trying to get at you. So first thing I'm gonna cover is the basic build tower. This is my advice on how you build it. Normally I go with the wall and then the ramp, and then I circle myself with wood, and then I go up another one, floor, then ramp, circle myself, floor, and then ramp. You never want to go above 3 stories unless you know you're not going to get shot down, because you will take fall damage. This is the basic tower. A lot of people that used to play Fortnite back in the day, they used to build this tower at the kind of end, or build a tower, because it's like your safest thing right now for you beginning. It's good to know how to build a tower and stuff like that, you know. So that's the pretty basic. We can go over editing at a different time, and we're gonna get into the defense part of building, things that you need to know for defense. Alright, so when you first take contact, which I'm gonna need you tag to represent contact. Alright, use a machine gun. Stay where you at. Use a machine gun where you at, and just keep firing on me. What's up, 55? How you doing, bro? Alright, keep firing on me. Yeah, just don't stop. Yeah. You use this build to protect yourself. You see how he can't, you know what I'm saying? You see how he can't get through it? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, nah. This right now we're gonna use the assault rifle, my dude. At the range. We're gonna keep it basic. Yeah. You just wanna to stop people from really kinda hitting you. You know, it's just a basic thing, you know. You never wanna really take your eye off the person that's shooting at you. You see how I can kinda yeah, he did try to sneak me. You see how I can kind of see over it, you know, and you never keep your eye off your enemy, especially when you're building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Far as when you go to fire, you kind of don't want to expose your body, and you kind of want to. The best time to shoot is when somebody's shooting at you, and you see they go for the reload. You know. Especially when you're in a fight one-on-one, you know, if you go up, you want to kind of go another ramp wall. You see how I placed the ramp wall floor? This is like the hardest thing to shoot down. You know, you don't want to go too high, and you really never want to leave most of your body exposed to people that you don't know could be watching you in the game. You know, it's always good. When I first started practicing build and stuff like that, I definitely would sit back in the old Fortnite. They had playground mode. You go across the whole map and do whatever, and it was fun. I would practice in build ramp, wall, you know, floor, all that. And I would that's what I would practice, you know. I used to watch Daquan. Shout out to Daquan. Other people that I learned different things from. Different things that help you, but definitely practicing this game would definitely help, because it's hard to get it down. A lot of people, when you start building the ramp and the wall, you come through this right here, where you accidentally build above you. You know what I'm saying? This comes from being too far up on a ramp when you go to build the floor. You know, there's a technique where you build a floor and you build a roof. It's called a retake technique. I'll be going over that another time, but right now we're just covering the basics. Definitely covering the basics. So, with that being said, when you see this method right here, it's kind of harder to shoot down. And anytime you building and somebody's shooting at you, you never want to take your eye off the person that you're in build combat with, because you'll lose track of where they at. And if they're anything like me, they're real, like, very well with being sneaky. You know, the crouch is like my favorite thing to do. It takes the footsteps off the screen, as you can see the tag just demonstrated, and you could really lose your enemy if you don't really pay attention to them, you know. Next thing you need to know about wood is wood's extremely flammable. You know, You always gotta realize what material you're using, and you know what I'm saying, that wood could get on fire. Now brick isn't as flammable, but you will still take some damage if things is on fire by brick. Metal, you will not take no damage with no floors, and as long as you're not touching nothing that's on fire, you won't take damage. But yet metal is the hardest thing to get in the game, and it takes the longest to build. But when it's up, the time it takes to shoot down is harder. When I finish building, you mind shooting at that so we can see it? Come over here for me, Tag. And yeah, right here. And I'm gonna look at the health of it, and I want to see how long it takes with an AR. Yes, see, it takes a lot longer. Knowing how to build in this game can not only save your life, but it can also save the life of your teammates. I'm gonna demonstrate with my partner. You know, he's my partner in crime, Tag. He's also a really good Fortnite player, man. He be holding me down when it comes down to teamwork. All right, so you gonna represent somebody down, Tag, and I'm gonna represent things that you could do to protect them. All right, so if you can, the best thing you could do is kind of just cone them off. You feel me? And then step kind of away from him so they don't start firing on you and him if you can't revive him at the time. You feel me? Another thing you could do, and this is a good one, is build a wall. Go ahead. Yeah. Build a wall and then build a floor so you could return fire on the people that's shooting at you, and also protect your homie from any type fire. You feel me? Any type danger that he might be in, because when a down teammate is there, they can no longer protect themselves, so they have to rely on you. And if you don't want to go through the hassle of a reboot card, which lets dang near half the map know that you rebooting them, you feel me? Bro, who is you shooting at, bro? You know I'm that one. He lost his mind for a sec. Sorry, bro, guys. This guard lost his mind for a second. Must have forgot I was the chosen one or something. I don't know. I wanted to get away from him though. But unless you want, the reboot card kind of lets everybody on the map know what's going on with your reboot. You can't shoot nobody while you're rebooting. So definitely the ramp, the wall to protect your homie. Best materials to protect your homie and return fire. You know, when they're down, they got a time meter unless they're in a storm. You can carry them. You can also, when you carry them, you can jump on the jump pad if you have one place and fly with them. You could do a lot, but they can't protect themselves, so you have to protect them. Alright, this next part of this tutorial I'm about to do, did you have anything that you want to put into that tag that I forgot before I go on the next part of the tutorial? Tag. Mike. Tag. Mike.
Hey, hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to put into what I just said to help them out? I pretty much covered. Did you hear me or not?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I'm gonna say another little tidbit is you can chug splash and heal a person when they're actually down. So if it took you a long time, for example, to kind of get to your teammate, and you gotta fight some people off and things like that, you can hit them with a chug splash from either from close or from afar if you got proper aim with throwing things. That's another thing I would consider working on, because when you're in battle, you don't have time to throw an item to your teammate. But if you are adept with your right stick or just your aim in general, whatever you're using, that'll be very helpful with getting items to your opponent. I mean getting items to your teammates.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Alright, so the next part of this tutorial is what weapons are effective against build and what weapons aren't effective against build. Alright, so the most important thing you gotta know, the most ineffective thing to any build, whether it's fresh or not, is a sniper rifle. It does the worst amount of damage to build, and you will be there for the longest time trying to snipe somebody's build down. So when somebody build, you can't get the shot, and they're hiding behind it, you just go ahead and throw the sniper rifle out of the mix. You know. As far as assault rifles are semi good, and as far as shotguns, they're not the best thing, even if you're close. If it's anything other than wood, I wouldn't even be messing with the shotgun on it. You know what I'm saying? And depending on what shotgun it is, it could be turn up my mic. Oh yeah, Tag, turn up your mic so they can hear you.
Okay.
All right, now repeat what you said so they
That?
can hear you. Good luck, Rello.
How about that? That's good. Okay. I was just gonna say that. So if you have a teammate down, it's something I did not know is you can heal them with your chug splash as they're down, like before you actually get them up. And, so just know that if it takes too long to actually get to your teammate, another way to prolong the time that you have to fight the opponents off before you heal them is hitting them with a chug splash while they're down real quick. Yeah, and just make sure you're able to aim if you're gonna try to chug splash from afar or from medium distance.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And back to the tutorial of what we should do against build. Now you gotta understand that with the different materials, they're harder to shoot down. But the best weapon that you could use in destroying any build is always the submachine gun. The submachine gun eats build like no other. And I'm talking about it eats build like it ain't no other. I'm talking about completely shredding it. Look at the game and how the game kind of froze up, how bad it was shredding through. You know what I'm saying? Which is different. Hold on, momentary pause for this beef I got going on with this dude. Good look, cause he straight lasered me. Gar, you a punk for that. Alright. Submachine guns, hand down, is the one for build. Medium range, short range, semi-long range, it all shreds through build all the same because it's rapid fire. Next thing I'll go with, number 2 thing, is the MK. The MK is just like almost like the submachine gun. The fire rate a little slower, you know what I'm saying? But those two is my go-tos for when I want to go through build. Like, I'm a shotgun heavy type person, so I rely heavy on the different type shotguns. I go over the different weapons on a different tutorial and how to better use them. But definitely submachine gun. And things that you want to practice when you build is definitely this ramp wall. Definitely that, you know, you want to start off ramp wall and you want to do a small little, you know what I mean, until you can get up and you feel like you can get this base up pretty quick, you know. You know, when you build, it's a fortress. So the more layers you got to the fortress, the better it is and less likely it's going to get knocked down. The biggest thing to know with your building is if it has a weak support, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely going to get knocked down. Like, this is a weak support. It doesn't support everything all the way up there. So when I shoot it, all that stuff falls. In this game, high ground and build rules. You feel me? It don't matter how good somebody is as long as you can build to defend yourself and you know how to build. See, my man did a pretty good job building. He just got one weak spot in that build, you know. And when you get more advanced with building, you'll realize that there's different things that you got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So as long as your build connects to the ground, you're fine. And that's the end of this tutorial right here. I'm probably gonna do another tutorial tonight. It's either gonna be guns or healing, depending on what I talked to my partner Tag about. And any questions, definitely message me on YouTube, and definitely leave a comment or something, and I definitely go over it when I can. So give me like 5-10 minutes, and I'm gonna get another broadcast up.